Hi everyone, it's Nicole Ferguson from Loan Market, and today I'm going to be doing a podcast with Bernard Desmond, who's a multi-award winning broker and all in his first year. So welcome and thank you, Bernard, for being on the podcast with me.
Thanks for having me, Nicole. Pleasure to be here.
No problems at all. So I thought I might just start off with obviously your journey in becoming a broker, just so everyone can sort of find out a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. So, Nicole, my journey, I've been in Australia for 5 years, a banker working for any bank prior to this as a mobile lender. So becoming a broker was a natural progression from where I was to where I wanted to be. And I think that's where I attended a few of the loan market banker to broker sessions prior to actually joining loan market and becoming part of loan market family. So been here now for 14 months, and I think it's been the best decision to leave banking and start your own broking business.
Perfect. So with obviously that process, when you decided to become a broker, how were the first few months when you joined? Like, was it easy or was it a bit of a struggle? How did you find that?
Nicole, the honest truth is it was a really steep learning curve because I've never been a business owner before this. Like many bankers who are becoming brokers, I mean, we know the technical aspect of, mortgages and how to get a loan done with the lender that you work with. But, there's so much more to running your own mortgage broking business. So it was a steep learning curve because lending wasn't new to me, but there's so many other moving parts in the process of running your own business, and that's one of the reasons why I chose loan market was because it allowed me and enabled me to have that guidance from day one, that I could just focus on what I'm good at, which is selling and talking to more people, and they had all these like simple things like your email, your Google Drive accesses, your business cards, your your car branding, everything that comes with it. There's so many moving parts. As a business owner, and when you work in the bank, you don't have to worry about all these things because the bank and your employee looks after all. But when you're your own business, you have to think about all of these aspects. So it was a very steep learning curve. But I think when I look back at it now, I've thoroughly enjoyed the process. I think I did put in a lot of effort in those initial days into managing those expectations for myself properly.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds great. A really good overview of that. Now, obviously, you are one of the brokers that is fairly high intensity and is always on the road and always moving. How do you juggle your day-to-day sort of doing? I think you do a lot of appointments that you go to your clients. How do you juggle that with obviously?
Yeah, so Nicole, I mean, it's a simple rule that I have followed throughout the process. I mean, it all starts with, if I was to look back at it, before I even became a broker, I had a business plan of what I was actually going to do, how I was going to do it. And in my day-to-day, how I run my business is AM's all about, your prospecting, setting up appointments for the week ahead, and doing up your follow-ups with your lenders, your BDMs, running scenarios, talking to customers, keeping them posted. So your AM's all about that. And then PM's all about, after 12 o'clock, it's all about appointments, going out and meeting new prospects, meeting new customers, getting out there and being out and about. I just religiously follow that AM, PM rule. I don't change it. I don't see clients in the morning because that's, it mentally, so when Nicole rings me and says she wants to catch up with me for a home loan appointment, I know that I only do appointments in the evening, or in the afternoons. I don't do AM appointments because it just doesn't work for my business.
Yeah, that's great. So a very strict, obviously, process on the day-to-day, which is awesome to hear. So good. That's really good. So with obviously what you've done so far, what would you say your biggest achievement has been in your business?
Look, there have been a few moments. I've been fortunate that I have been acknowledged with a few awards along the way. And I think, my earliest memories goes with the winning the first award, which was the FBWM NT of the Year in October 2017, and then following that with the Rising Star, and most recently the MFAA newcomer and young professional. So, I mean, those have been a really good moments when I, look back at it and, all the work and all the extended hours that I've put in and everything that we've done for our clients. I mean, for your work to get recognized, that has been a really big achievement for myself.
Yeah, fantastic. And probably to follow on from that question, what's probably been the hardest sort of learning curve? I think you said earlier it was hard at the start. Is there anything that you've learned that's been a hard curve that you've learned?
I think managing your time, I mean, as a new broker, I leaned a lot on, other successful brokers in the beginning, and I saw how they were doing it. I mean, I still remember very clearly how the number of times I met Marius and in his office and saw how he operates and what he does. But I think for me, the most challenging part as a solo operator has been to manage my time with my family, and to be able to be there for them during the week. And I owe that to them because they've been really supportive of my journey, and they allow me and support me to do those extended hours. So, my weekends, I don't do appointments. Weekends are for family, I mean, my phone's still on, but I won't do any appointments. I go hard Monday to Friday, and I've got the support of my family over there to, they allow me to do that.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's great to hear that you've obviously made that commitment to do the weekends. I think a lot of people try and stretch themselves pretty thin, which I'm sure you probably learned that at the start not to do, which is great. So obviously, you've been quite successful and you've done really well in your first year. What's sort of your next goal, and how are you going to achieve that?
I think the year ahead is looking very promising. I personally think it's the best time in the market to be a broker today. My personal goals for the next 12 months is all about building an office. So basically, I still operate. I mean, you might find it interesting. I still operate out of my home office, out of my garage, and I think I've outgrown that model now. So for me, my next first goal is to create an office environment where it's more inspiring, and so I can attract the right talent to come and work for me, and just growing the team and creating a good support network around me in terms of staff. So I don't have to, just keep doing everything. I mean, the first year has been challenging because I pretty much did everything from start to finish, with a lot of help from Manila, of course. But the next 12 months is going to be all about bringing it in house and seeing how I can drive those processes by getting more people who like doing credit assessment or loan processing within my business.
That's awesome. That's a really good goal. So that's for the next 12 months. What's your vision of obviously Bernard Desmond and obviously the scheme of the next 5 to 10 years? Do you see yourself having a large office, or are you looking sort of, how do you see your brand in the future?
Look, I'm a salesperson, so I obviously enjoy being on the tools. I certainly enjoy the relationship and being there to help my clients on a day-to-day basis. So I don't think I'm going to stop selling in the next 5 years. I think I've got another 5 to 10 years of really going hard with that. So my personal goal is going to be to, be more productive and do more dollar productive tasks of seeing more clients. So if my capacity right now is seeing 4 to 5 clients because of the nature of the business it is, I want to take that to 10 clients. How do I do that? So that's going to be my next goal to, but over my long-term goal is to be a high-performing office and to really attract the best in the business to come and work in the business for me. So I really want to mentor young brokers who want to, who've got the drive, who've got the passion, and who've got the hunger, because I've been down their path. And I think this is a skill set that can be easily coached, so if you've got the right ingredients in your character, I want to give back to the industry by, helping other brokers become really successful.
Yeah, that's amazing. You've obviously done so well so far, so I'm sure you'll achieve that. But it's good to see that you're wanting to give back to the industry, which is awesome. And I think you actively already do that in so many ways at the moment, which is awesome to see. So very exciting. I suppose probably just in closing of this, for some brokers that are probably finding it right now, seeing as it is quite a challenging time, what's your best motivation sort of for those people who are starting to lose it a little bit?
I think you just have to go back, sit back and understand what gives you good energy. And for me, it's all about, getting in front of the client. That gives me good energy. I don't like sitting behind the computer and doing data entry. And I still remember very clearly in my mind that, in my early days, I was doing all of that. And, I had a chat with one of the really well-known brokers, and he said, you don't need to do that. Someone else can do that who enjoys doing that. So for advice to any new broker starting out new who's losing motivation, really look, focus on what gives you good energy. You have to master your product and the craft of lending, because that's the business that you're in. You have to spend a lot of time with your lender partners, learning what are the policies, processes, and be really good at, in knowing which lenders fit for which customer. My second tip would be reach out for support. I mean, talk to other brokers, someone somewhere before you've done that. You don't have to really go and reinvent the wheel. Doesn't have to be within your network. You can talk to, you need to have a good mentor. It doesn't have to be a formal arrangement. It could be, a good, someone that you can look up to and who can guide you through that process. Your family needs to support you throughout the process, because it can be quite lonely if you're starting new in business. So getting good support around you is really important in your first few months. And the tip number 3 would be embrace technology. I mean, if you're a solo operator, and you want to write 50 million, you can't do it alone unless you've got really good systems to support yourself. So, embrace technology and, use that to your advantage. Number 4 tip would be, outsource. We've been fortunate in loan market that we've got loan market in Manila who are, trained staff, who are compliant, who, so everything that's data entry, that's not requires someone can follow up with the lender, someone can do the data entry. Just get them to do it. I mean, it's just the best thing that you can do for yourself, because it will give you more time to prospect. And that would be my tip number 5, is prospect. See more people, meet more people, talk to more people. Don't talk to them because you want a deal today, but just keep talking and keep educating people as to what you do and that you're a broker and what you do in your business, and you will see when they actually need a broker, it will come back to you. So so just those are my top 5 tips. Master your product, reach out for help, and have a good support around you. Embrace technology, outsource everything that you don't want to do, and focus on prospecting. Prospecting for me is the most important thing in the whole equation, because if you drop the ball on prospecting, you can have a good month today, you might not have a good month 2 months later.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Really great and really well thought through 5 tips. I really like that, and that's definitely going to help you guys to obviously get motivated again. That was fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time, Bernard. I know that you are a very busy man, so I'm very appreciative of your time. And for anyone listening, if you haven't actually started following Bernard on LinkedIn or Facebook, you need to have a look at one of the some things that he does. They're really amazing, and client obviously satisfaction seems to really shine through in some of the reviews. So if you don't already, please give him a follow. Otherwise, thanks for listening, and I'm sure we'll be able to do this again sometime in the future after you've won many more awards this year. So thanks again for your time, Bernard.
Thanks for having me, Nicole. Have a great day.
No problem.